welcome to another video. In today's video, this is the Christmas Eve crochet party video, but if it's not Christmas Eve or Christmas when you're watching this, then it's just a video. So I hope you can join along for our Christmas Eve crochet party. This poncho can be worn two different ways. And yes, I have not sewn in my ends because I am running behind with this video, so I am ends and all. So you can wear it two ways. So this is the first way. I think I quite like this way. It comes down longer on my hands, which is normally for me what gets warm. But you can also wear it the traditional way. Let me just zhuzh it a bit. I can only see a little tiny viewfinder, so I'm hoping that looks okay. So you can wear it the traditional way with the triangle or the point down in the front, and it still looks good. Looks good anyway, I think. But I think I like it the other way for something a little bit different. So I did crochet pom-poms for my edging and I absolutely love it. Crochet pom-poms are a commitment, but once they're done, see look, ends everywhere. Once they're done, it is so worth it. They're so cute. And I actually made this a little bit too big. As you can see, it's quite a large poncho. I'm sort of glad I made it too big because it's gonna cover lots. I don't know, do you think it's too big? I absolutely love it. I just love the colors. I cannot stop looking at it. So it's gonna focus, there we go. I made the neckline a little bit too big because my granny squares are so large. But if you want, I'm cutting my own head off. But if you want your poncho really big, then you can still obviously make the neckline come in. I'm all like sideways. I haven't even got my jumper on straight. There we go. It's all like, anyway, you get the picture. So loving this poncho. So this poncho is made of 4 granny squares, one for the front, one for the back, and then 2 for the shoulders. You can use any granny square pattern that you like. So obviously this is just the traditional granny square. If you have a favorite one that you want to use and you can make it large like this, go for it. I suggest picking your favorite pattern and going for that. I actually love the traditional. I just love how the stitches look. That's what I've gone with. So you're going to need 4 all together. And then we just join it together. I chose to single crochet mine together. You could choose a different way if you have another style that you absolutely love. There's lots of videos here on YouTube that show you how to join granny squares, so there's plenty of that. And yeah, it's just add an edging and away, and a neckband, and away you go. It was a really easy project to make. And I had it on yesterday. Like it's summer here. It's not a very warm summer, but I had it on yesterday just sitting on the couch and it was so cozy. I love it. So the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to size it, and you'll see how I size it in the video. This is obviously when I very first started making it, when I've got all my granny squares ready, and I show you that you've got to have it so it goes across your body, like to your shoulders, and then wrap around to the sides. If you do that, that is going to give you a big poncho like this, because I don't think I've made it smaller, but if you don't want it as large as this, then I would suggest making your granny squares a little bit smaller, because these shoulder granny squares, let's call them, they do add room to your granny square that goes across here. So if I turn it the other way, you'll know what I'm talking about. Spin it around. Okay, so you can see this granny square, this front one here. It goes all the way around to the sides of my body. But I forgot to include the rest of the granny square, which is on my shoulder here, this one here. I forgot to include that, so you can see that gives you a lot more room out the side. So if you want it lovely and big like this, then stick with what I tell you in the video tutorial, and then you're going to do the decreasing for the neck. Because what I found was the opening here, if you look at the purple line, that's the last row of the granny square. And I found that these corners were like literally slipping off. I think I've got that videoed. I think I caught that. I showed that. It was just slipping off my shoulders and I couldn't wear it. It was ridiculous. So if you don't want it so big, you can make your granny squares a little bit smaller. So I would say sort of, I don't know, 2 or 3 less rounds to go across to where I tell you to get it to fit. Okay, this is enough talk. That is enough talking from me. I absolutely love this poncho. Look at it. It's just so cozy. It is summer here, like I just said, but the weather is crazy cold for summer. It's supposed to be up 30s and 40 degrees. But it's not, it's down in 20. So we're all still in jumpers, as you can see, jumpers, long pants, ridiculous. I've even got slippers on, warm slippers. So loving it, loving it, loving it. Let's get started on the lesson. So for our poncho, we're going to need 4 granny squares. I have the others just on my lap here. We're going to need 4 granny squares. As you can see, I've just chose a rainbow combination. This is all Stylecraft yarn, and it is a DK weight, which is a 8-ply and also a number 3 weight yarn in America and Canada. So you can use a worsted weight if you would like, so that is a 10-ply yarn here in Australia, or around about an Aran weight in the UK. You can use whatever leftover yarn you have, just as long as you stick to the same thickness throughout the project. And you're going to need a crochet hook that is bigger than what is recommended. I used a 6mm, now that is 4 sizes bigger. What you want to do is have really sort of drapey fabric. See how this is not stiff at all? It drapes really well. Because it's a garment, you want that to drape. You don't want it to be stiff because it won't have any movement. So now you're probably asking, well, how big do I need to make my granny squares? You're going to go grab your granny square as you're making it, and you're going to place it on yourself, and you're just going to make sure that it goes around the side. So where a seam would be on a garment on the side there, that's where it's going to go to. So you just want to make sure it goes around that side, and then goes around that side. I think I've made mine a little bit too big, but I can always make the neckline a little bit smaller with some decreasing, so that's not a problem. It's not overly too big, but I think it's going to be a little bit too big. I got a bit carried away, but I also wanted to finish on this blue, which is going to be for my edging. So the colour before that was a purple. I just had to crochet until I got to that colour. So that's why mine is like that. So I have 4 granny squares, got 2 there and 2 here. Some of the ends are not sewn in, as you can probably see, but I'm sorry, you're just going to have to live with that at the moment because I'm running behind schedule with my video. So sewing in ends takes a bit of time, so I'm going to save time by not sewing in all my ends. I did, however, use the method that I used in my mosaic blanket. If you don't know what that method is, I will put a link up the top here. I don't know what corner it is. It's going to appear like that. You can check that out if you want to see that method. That is a great way to, at least the first, so when you start and finish on a granny square, you've got 2 ends if you're using like different rows, different colours for different rows. So the first end is woven in and all you got to do is trim it off. So that's a great way to save time there. What else can I tell you? I think that's about it. You're just going to need a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, your crochet hook that's 4 sizes bigger. I normally have loose tension. If you have tight tension with your crochet, maybe go a size bigger again. You just want it to drape nicely. We're going to grab our granny squares and we're going to place the first granny square right side down. The second granny square we're going to place right sides up. So we're going to have the both wrong sides will be touching each other. Then we are going to place a granny square right side down. And you're going to grab the top corner. I'm filming this so you can see what it's going to look like. It's upside down for me. But we're going to grab the top corner over here. And we're going to bring that down. And that's created one of the arms. And we're going to grab the other granny square and also put that right side down. As you can see, I haven't sewn in some of my ends. That's okay. And then we're going to grab this corner here and we're going to bring that down to the bottom. So what you're going to do, this is going to be your neck. This will be the opening of your poncho. And then this is sort of your shoulders and your elbows. So does that make sense? You've got your opening up here for your neck. That's obviously going to be joined, but up here is your neck opening. And what we're going to do is we are going to join the seam. Oh, let me change positions. The seam that is here and here, we're going to join this from the top of the shoulder. It doesn't matter if you go from the bottom up or the top down, it doesn't matter. But we're going to join these two corners and go all the way down to the bottom. And then these two corners on this side and go all the way down. And then when we're going to flip it over, we're going to join it the same way on the other side. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute in my studio, but I'm just showing you how the layout goes. I really didn't have a big enough surface to lay this out, so that's why you're in my dining room. So yes, we're going to join from shoulders down on front and back. So there's really only there's 4 seams in the whole project. You can crochet these together, you can slip stitch them together. There's multiple ways to join granny squares. You could also crochet them together, meaning if you've seen my joining granny square project, I will put that link into, it'll be up the top here in one of the corners, and that will show you how to join granny squares. You could use that method. I'm not going to use that method today. I'm actually just going to single crochet them together. I know, right? That's not what I would usually do, but that's what I feel like doing on this project. So let's finish this part off and we'll go back to the studio. So to start with, I'm going to have a granny square with the wrong side facing me, and then another granny square with the right side facing me. So wrong sides are together. And we're going to start in the corner. So if you've got a different granny square than me, then you can just, wherever your corner is, you're going to start joining. And I'm just going to join my yarn in. And I am just choosing to single crochet all the way across. I'm using the same crochet hook that I used for my, for my granny squares that I made, same size crochet hook. So I'm just going to join that in, and I'm going to do a chain 1, and then I'm going to work 1 single crochet into that corner. I'm going to try and crochet over my ends, hopefully it won't get too confusing. There's a lot of crochet in front of this camera, so in each stitch I'm just going to single crochet. So the first stitch is there. Come on camera, focus. What's going on? I need just 2 loops, thank you. There we go. And then on the back you're going to go through the same stitch. And we're going to work a single crochet. But you can join your granny squares anywhere you like. I just think this is going to be the quickest method for me. I'm running right behind schedule for this video. Christmas, or actually December in general, is so busy. Everyone's having a Christmas party, and I cannot wait till the end of the month so I can catch my breath. So we're just crocheting away across. There we go. And so do this all the way till the end. And we're just going to go down one side of our granny square. So here is the other corner. So we're just going to crochet all the way. No, that is not the corner. Wrong one. That would have been looking really strange. Just crochet all the way down. I wish I could have more room in this camera. I don't know how to fix that. Yeah, just all the way. And you're going to say zoom out, but it is zoomed out. I've just done my last single crochet. I've cut off my yarn and I'm just going to yarn over and pull through. That is how we are going to join our seams. You've got, what is it, 3 more to go, I think. I think there's only 4. Did I say 4? I cannot remember. I think it's 4 seams, and if you kind of get stuck on where to join, because I'm looking at my crochet and going, oh my gosh, it's just like crochet vomit everywhere. What you're going to do is go back in the video, which I'm probably going to do, so I can see how to join them together. So yeah, just go back to the video where we had them laying out on the tiles in the dining room, and it'll show you how to join it together, because at the moment it just looks like a big crochet blanket. So I will see you when we have all of our granny squares joined. Here is my poncho so far. I've done all my joining, and as you can see, I've just laid it on the table a different way, so it can be used as a traditional shape poncho, or you can just spin it around on your neck so that it goes the other way. So I ended up joining my yarn from the top. So this is our neck up the top here. Join it from the top down to the bottom edge. I've left my yarn attached, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to single crochet around the opening of the poncho. So this is the bottom edge. So I'm just going to crochet 1 round all the way around the bottom edge of my poncho. Now if your yarn, you join from the bottom up and your yarn is finishing here, you're going to crochet 1 round of single crochet around the opening of the neck. So just attach your yarn and crochet all the way around, and I will see you in the next step. Pause the video and I'll see you there. Okay, so remember how I said I'd made it too big at the beginning? I thought I had. This neck opening is way too big, because when I move, I won't do it now, but when I move, it comes off. So it's too big. Oh look, I've got a skirt though. It's too big, so I am going to show you how to make the neck smaller. That was not part of the plan, but it is now because I made it too big. And it doesn't matter which way I wear it, it's too big. Like you can see that's obviously too big for my neck. So I'm going to crochet some rounds. You can see I've done some rounds of single crochet around the neck opening, and I am going to do some more. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make some decreases. I'm going to decrease, I'm going to go every 3rd stitch and see how that works. And I'll do a decrease every 3rd stitch, and then do a round of no decreases, and then do a decrease round and then no decreases. So I'm going to do 4 more rounds on my neck to see if that can bring it in enough. If not, I can just gift it to someone with broader shoulders than me. I'm quite small in the shoulders. I'm a ladies size 10 Australian or an American size 6, so I'm quite narrow in the shoulders, but it would easily fit someone who is a larger size than me, and I think it would look amazing. I love these colours. What I could do is I could undo all my joining and take rows off. I just think that's too much work. I would rather donate it to someone who can use it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my round of decreasing, and I'll see how we go. Oh my goodness, check this out. Look how much smaller I got the neckline. So that was a single crochet row, a decrease, a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet round. And the decreasing was every 4th and 5th stitch, so do 3 single crochets and then decrease the 4th and 5th. Oh my goodness, look how much it's come in. Like, it fits. It fits. I can't believe it. I thought for sure I was gifting this to somebody. Let's turn it around the other way. Hang on, I need to look in the mirror. Look, it fits. It's ever so slightly gathered around the neck, ever so slightly. But I think with wear, that I think the neck might lay flat. When I wear it the other way around, it's pretty good. It doesn't gather at the neck. I don't know if this because it's slightly on a different angle, but it's just ever so slightly gathered there. But I don't care. I freaking love it. Da, 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 da. Happy dance. Whoop, whoop. I cannot believe it fits. I'm so excited. Can you tell? So excited. I was looking at this wondering if we could like join it under here. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm too far away from the camera, but that back seam there and this seam here, I'm like joining it and it would be like almost like a jumper, but almost not. I don't know. What do you think? But now I'm going to put my edging on around here in the same colour. I'm probably going to need another ball of this, and this is the first ball that I've used for this whole poncho, so I'm going to need another one. Oh, look how cozy. This thing is so cozy. Sorry. It's really squishy. Squishy. So I'm going to be using this yarn, and I'm going to put an edging around the bottom of the poncho, and I'm going to choose to do the pom-pom edging. This is a video tutorial I already have, so it will be up the top here. Oops, I'm too close to the camera. It'll be up the top here. It'll appear now. And we're going to follow that tutorial to make your edging. You can, of course, choose any edging that you like, but that's what I'm going to do. I cannot wait. It's going to look so cool. Yee! It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. It's finished. Finally. Yes, there are ends to sew in, but it's finished. I love it. Look, these pom-poms. This edging took forever. Forever. But it looks so cute. It's so cute. Loving the colours. So many ends to sew in. But I don't care because it's done. It's done.